You're live.
Hello, everybody. You have hopefully already seen the first... How long were we walking for, Jay?
Hour and like 25 minutes, hour and 30 minutes.
You hopefully have already seen that. Jay's battery died. But if you are just tuning in, or if you're watching this in the future, maybe you're watching this in the future. My name's Oliver G. I run the Earful podcast. This is Jay Swanson, YouTuber extraordinaire. He's linked to below. What we're doing is we're walking from one edge. I don't know why we're staying still.
Let's keep walking.
We're walking of one edge of Paris to the other. And where you've just happened to tune in is, I'm going to show you.
Right.
The Notre-Dame Cathedral. Okay.
That looks nice. It looks really good on your phone.
Yeah.
Schminky.
So obviously you guys will have heard. So this is, we've talked about this before.
Hey, Peter.
Hi, Peter, and thanks for your generosity there. That will buy a beer for Jay at the end, I think.
Yeah.
There's where the spire burned down.
They're talking about removing that scaffolding finally.
And Mystery Man tunes in as well.
Perfect.
Hi, Mystery Man. Now, Jay.
Yes.
We're doing a big walk right now.
We are.
You're a YouTube expert. You can give me pointers.
Okay. I already tried to, and I feel like I told you things you already knew.
How so?
Well, like when I didn't rotate the phone,
yeah.
and I was like, make sure you rotate that, and you're like, shut up, Jay.
Jay, you're making me seem like an idiot.
You didn't hit me that hard.
Okay, so we're gonna walk from right where we are now, right on the river. It's amazing your battery died so close to the river.
Yeah, it was unfortunate timing. Well, I guess actually it was perfect timing because we're about the halfway mark.
Perfect.
Halfway point. We're gonna go until Oliver's battery dies. But you know what we're gonna do if your battery dies while we're still filming is we're just gonna finish it and take a photo of ourselves on the other side of the reef to prove that.
Well, we're definitely gonna finish it no matter what. So we're not gonna do many stops learning from what happened with Jay in that the battery will die.
It will die.
Mine could die because I've been taking a lot of pictures before.
Yeah. We've both been very active on our phones before starting, so that was a mild mistake, but that's okay. We learn from your mistakes.
A few people are saying crystal clear picture, and I think
Beautiful.
it's because yours maybe wasn't crystal clear at points. And I think there's two reasons for that.
You probably have a better cell service.
I was thinking that's one of them. Who do you use?
Free.
Yeah, I was with Free. I switched to orange.
That would
Recommend, yeah. The other thing is because we were walking all over the place, so we could have bumped in and out of different reception areas.
Also possible, but
Yeah.
I have a feeling that it's mostly to do with the fact that you're on orange. When did you switch to orange?
About a month ago.
Shakespeare Company.
Yeah, we're going to point out a few things as we go. Does that look a little bit off to you? There's Shakespeare and Company. Does it look like the camera's like that?
A little bit. Yeah. Yep. For
Okay.
sure. But it might just be our perspective.
I could fix it.
Look at that, Michael. Is that Michael Mann?
Hi, I'm Michael Mann. Enjoying the stroll. I'm still very new to the whole super chat
You know
feature.
that they started doing stickers now. People can actually buy stickers, and we'll see they'll animate it. I think Yanni did that right off the bat with the last stream.
Okay, great.
Yeah, it was really exciting.
I'm very grateful to all you generous guys
We
doing.
appreciate it because we've been walking for a long time.
And forgive me if it feels like I'm not acknowledging it because I'm still learning about it. But here we go. We're crossing the river.
Definitely got to get away from the tourist central here. Oops, sorry.
That's all right. Okay, I don't want to freak you out.
What's
But my
that?
stabilizer just started going like that. I think you should walk on my right so you're next to the mic. So many people here.
Well, this bridge hasn't been open for very long, has it? I feel like it was closed for a long time.
Yeah, I think you're right. So guys, we're just gonna get through this busy bit. We're gonna stick off the boulevard. Someone asked what happened to Jay's stream. His battery died, but we were planning.
An official end to it.
Yeah, we were planning on.
It died prematurely. It burned through the battery faster than it gave me the impression when it gave me a few warnings. It did warn me at like 20%. It's like, you're gonna run out of battery, and no.
Let's stop and see if I should address this.
What is this building?
Guys, tell me if you find that the camera's a bit off to the side. If it's annoyingly unstable, I'll try and fix it. I feel like it's tilting a bit. If it's annoying, I'll fix. Otherwise, we'll just get on with it.
Yeah, I think it's all right.
Um,
I think it's all right. We should definitely dodge to the
Let's get on the road here. Here we go. So the idea, I'll say a proper hello to you. There you go. The idea is that a Notre-Dame, like a world famous church? Lol. He's being silly.
It's clever.
You're being funny. The idea is that we're gonna walk, point out some interesting things. People are just tuning in now. I see we started at Parc Montsouris on the 14th.
Just beyond it, we started outside of Paris.
And
the Church of Sacred Heart.
That'd be damage from one of the Second World War, probably, right? This is the entrance to the police building with a bit of damage on it. But we're not going to stop.
You're already tempted to stop it.
I know. And we want to get off these main boulevards like we did in the first half. So for people with questions, you got Jay right here. He'll answer. He knows the city inside and out.
Outside and in. It's a little bit. It's going to be noisier. The right bank is busier, so we're gonna. We had a really nice quiet walk up to this point.
It just went quiet as you said that.
That's insane.
Nice.
Yeah, we're still surrounded by tons of siren beepers, police, ambulances.
But we happen to know a few little
Garbage
tricks
trucks.
of the trade when it comes to keeping off the big streets and finding the interesting things.
Boy, do we.
Because we're about to head into the Marais, and then into Pigalle, then into Montmartre, then to
Saint-Denis.
And we're never stopping.
Basically, yeah. And then eventually we'll make it to the UK. High five. Whoever we feel like you're missing the Palace of Justice, and the Saint-Chapelle.
No, I'm not.
I mean, I'm happy for you to film me. I just feel like I'm probably less interesting ultimately than all of those things.
Overtaking, Jay.
Do it. Overtake on the left. Turn on your blinker.
Okay, here we go.
Your strides.
Too stridey?
No, you got it. You just kicked it. You really kicked it into gear. I was impressed.
So there's a I had
Napoleon's
a
Flower Market on the left here. We're just pointing stuff out, but
no. This is cool. This is exactly the idea.
Point and roll.
The idea for you guys watching at home or watching the replay even, the idea is we were both quite interested in how the city would change from one end to the other. We wanted to walk the length of it, and similar to Scandinavian slow TV where they just stick a camera on the front of a train or a ship, we wanted to kind of showcase how it changes as you walk through it, which I think would be really hard to do in a podcast episode or a 10-minute YouTube video as you do yourself, Jay.
I mean, it doesn't give you the same sense of real-time distance that we're getting out of this. That's for certain.
So, people are still asking about your feed.
Oh,
guys, you're gonna have to get over
my
that.
Battery died. Yeah, sorry guys.
Maybe it you know what? It probably froze on your face or something. Look at this.
That's not abnormal for my channel. Oh, those birds.
That definitely isn't straight.
Nope. Told you, sirens. Yeah, it's a little tilted. Don't worry about it.
You don't think?
It's fine.
So over there is my favorite building in Paris.
You're just trying to get away from the fact that you've been drinking while we're walking. Eventually, you're just gonna have to fess up.
That's my favorite building, the Hotel de Ville. You like it?
All the birds?
The Hotel de Ville.
Oh, yeah. It's beautiful. It's one of my favorite buildings in the city.
What is your favorite building? Yeah.
In the city?
Yeah.
The prefecture, obviously. It's so much fun.
What's your favorite building to look at in Paris? Well, why don't we go and have a closer look at it?
The Church of Saint. I can stop now.
What do you mean?
I was just listing off places I like, but I realized that you wanted to keep walking. So.
No, I realize that people say, similar to your video, it's hard to hear.
Because I'm much farther away from the camera.
Not least I think it's better if we talk like this.
Fair
This
enough.
street is quite busy, so we want to
Let's get off it.
sneak into the back streets.
If we want to advance towards our goal, I should say.
Yeah.
Speak even. All right.
So people couldn't hear your answers. So maybe you can condense it. Favorite building, Jay?
Notre-Dame, but now that you can't go into Notre-Dame, Saint-Étienne-du-Mont, which is the church right next to the Pantheon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's
Oh, I
fun.
like that. Okay, here we go.
I think it's my second favorite church, and then Sacré-Cœur is my third.
What do you think? Left, right? Your map? Oh no, you're not. You got no battery.
No, I'm just using my brains now, which is questionable. Oh no. Oh yeah. Oh maybe.
Do you know? I don't know this bit.
Well, the construction is what's throwing me off, but can we get around it is the question.
I said at the start of this video we know this area really well.
Oh, did you?
That was a bluff.
Well, you know, if they start throwing up temporary barricades, I don't know that we can be held responsible for that. Right? Am I right?
So I know
we're good.
I know people like to follow along. If you're tracking us, Rue de la Tacherie. Pâtisserie. Okay, cool. Now we're in a good spot.
There's Saint Jacques.
Maybe that way.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Was your hand cold when we were doing this?
Oh yeah.
Oh, cripes.
They're warm now.
Shall we?
Yeah. What's this motorcycle gonna do? Flip us?
Oh, yeah. Yes is the answer. Okay, so now I talked about it a lot which I think we always just keep it, so we're talking like this. I feel like the sound is better.
Do it to it.
That means we do this. That means we do this. What have you noticed? We started in the 14th, we went to the 6th, 5th.
Yeah.
Now we're in the 4th.
Yeah.
What are your observations?
Oh yeah, we're already in the 4th?
Yeah.
Oh, we're not even over by the 1st? Interesting. Anyways, observations would include, the architectural styles changed. It's a lot more modern in the 14th.
Yeah. That's
a
true.
lot of construction everywhere right now, though. I'm trying to think.
I felt the 6th was outstandingly
Also
beautiful.
really quiet,
comparatively.
comparably very quiet. I feel like as far as Central Paris goes, the right bank is a lot busier.
Yeah.
The left bank's a lot more chill, which is really nice. So that was good to walk through. It was pretty crazy to see how once it was like right when we got to Notre-Dame, there's an explosion of people, which is something about Paris that is always the case. I'm gonna go this way.
We lost Jay.
One of the things about Paris that I think is always the case is that there are touristy spots that are always loaded with people, and then if you just walk 2 minutes almost in any direction away from it, you'll get to much quieter streets.
And perfect example is right now.
Yep.
We're walking in the middle of the road, whereas if we were doing that on the next street in front of us or the one behind us, we would be run over.
Very possible.
I want to.
It's legal to run over foreigners in the center of Paris.
Sure.
We're in danger.
We keep going forward, I think.
Don't that.
So what the idea was that we were going to have
Well, thing is,
Let's cut straight through.
Getting into Châtelet. Let's do it.
Gosh, guys, we're taking some risk while we get through this busy bit.
Separations across the street.
Oh my.
Keep going. Let's just go. Let's go.
Okay. All right, here we go. Now we're in the Marais. It's
Well, we're outside the Marais now, aren't we? We're a little bit far west.
You know what? I've never
closer
been
to
on this. I've never been on this street.
Yeah, we're much closer to Châtelet right now.
Okay, great. And can we go? This is
go-
cool. I'm enjoying this a
We
lot.
can go through here.
I'm enjoying this a lot. This is what an empty bar looks like in the 4th arrondissement.
Very similar to the full bar, just emptier.
This is cool. Oh wow, look at that door, guys. Oh mama.
Way up here. A little bit of music.
So it's very seldom, Jay, that I ask for favors from people, but I'm about to do one.
What do you need?
What can
I do
I'm
for
going to
you?
ask them, but you can do it too.
I'm here.
I was tagged on Instagram today by Expatriates magazine.
Oh, cool.
They're doing I don't know if you've seen this, they do a competition where
the best
they
of?
Best of Paris.
Yeah.
And this podcast that I run, the Earful Tower,
Have you
which
won
way now?
every year? Hurry up, people. Are we back? We've got 5 people still. Woo! Okay, for those 5 people who are still watching, should I get a crepe or a falafel?
Are you going to eat?
Something. Maybe I should get something that takes a long time. I want to buy a snack of some sort though. I'm definitely haven't eaten enough today as it is, and we've been walking for 2 hours, which is mild but real exercise.
Okay, people are starting to tune back in.
That's good.
Okay. In
I think
swathes.
we were up to like 97 people there.
Yeah, we're at a
At a solid 100, and I've lost them all. This looks like a new store slash.
Guys, just to address what has just happened. The feed went down for 5 minutes.
The elephant
We
in the
can
room.
only think it was because we were walking through so many people.
Yeah, I think it's just that we're not allowed to stream in there.
Yeah, maybe.
No streaming.
It's probably the government.
Too many people posting to their Instagram
But
stories.
it's okay. We had 100 people. We went down to 40.
Now we're seeing who the hardcore
Everybody knows we're doing a long walk.
crossing Paris people are. Oh yeah, where are we? I know we're doing a long walk.
So welcome back. And I feel like I jinxed myself, so I'm not going to get into it at great detail at all now. But in the what do you call it? The description below.
Yep.
The Earful Tower was voted as the best podcast / radio station. It will literally take you 2 seconds to click that link and vote.
Do that.
I saw it today. I'm not winning it.
You will win it, though.
Well,
In the end.
that was the favor.
Yeah.
In the description, you'll see, like, you scroll down a bit, it'll say vote for best podcast / radio station. I'm up against radio stations. It's a bit unfair.
That is a little bit of I bet you can take them.
Okay, now we're back. Let's go.
Okay. I'm serious about wanting a snack.
You gonna stop
I'm
and
sorry.
you gonna eat?
Just something. Are you not hungry at all?
I am, but I'm gonna.
We can keep walking.
No,
We'll just
no.
keep walking until something really jumps out at me that seems quick enough.
So Mitch Pascoe.
This falafel is really good. They just happen to be closed. So that's actually what I was dreaming of while we were walking.
Mitch Pascoe. Look at this architecture, Jay.
Terrible.
Mitch, a friend of the show, says I should, if I need a battery, I should talk to him. It's not a battery. It's just it's just cut out.
My phone could use a battery, but the issue I could plug it into my gimbal. I just don't have the right cable. So I'm on the lookout for a new cable and
Okay. Well, now I'm hungry as well, but
high points in life.
we're heading north.
I'll say this, because no matter what happens, we're gonna finish this. We're gonna get all the way across Paris.
Yep.
But if your phone dies before we make it, then I vote we stop and eat something before we continue. At that point,
Okay.
that's just a suggestion.
Thanks to Peter for voting for the
What do you vote
podcast.
for? Oh, thank you for voting.
For my podcast, Jay. You can't
yeah.
thank him.
Why not?
Can you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I'm
very
appreciative as well.
altruistic of you.
Very appreciative as well.
So what we're doing, everybody, is we're taking one of the sort of smaller streets that head north. If we were to go one street over to the left, oh, Jay's running again. Got to keep up. Got to keep up. If we were to be over there on that street, Boulevard Sebastopol, it's enormous. You wouldn't hear a word that we say.
I heard what you say. The way that the microphone's been treating us so far.
We had it. That middle section was a bit of a run-in with technology, wasn't it, Jay?
Oh yeah, we had quite the. You got to have at least one run-in with the technology while you're live streaming.
All these people who are voting, what does it say the percentages are now? I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see. It says like you voted. The Eiffel Tower's got 10% or something like that.
Got it. I don't think I've been nominated for that yet this year.
So there's a comment. How long does it take to walk the whole city? Oh, no one knows.
That's what we're finding out right now. Google Maps would say it takes you 2 hours. Our experience so far is that is not true.
Not true.
Definitely
But
not true.
you and I stop a lot.
We've been stopping, but not that far.
Oh, we gotta stop. I gotta show you guys something cool.
Okay, yep, just to prove the point. We are
Yo,
stopping.
geez, right as I said we weren't gonna stop. This is gonna be
Are we going to your door?
which door?
The door of the first place you lived in.
No.
No, that's farther west.
We're taking a 30-second detour. This building right here is said to be the oldest stone house in Paris.
Oh.
It's where Nicolas Flamel, you might know from Harry Potter and I think Da Vinci Code, used to live. Said to have been the philosopher's stone dude. And what it is now is a restaurant with a Harry Potter kids menu. What do you make of that?
Hungry?
Jay, come on. That was a quick detour. No, mine's in the second arrondissement where I used to live.
It's in the Michelin guide, but it's not starred, I see.
Oh.
The restaurant there?
The intrigue grows.
The intrigue grows.
How about this for a little door, Jay?
Do you gain immortality if you eat? There's the question. That is not my hype.
So I see this super chat. Cindy says, "Where's your spare battery?" It's not a question of battery, Cindy. I see your comment. Ah, okay.
She might be saying that I need a spare battery.
Where's your spare battery then?
In which case she's giving you money to rub that in my face.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy you a beer with it.
Okay, sounds good. Wait a second. I've heard that before.
That last time we did a live stream. Yeah, last time Jay and I did a live stream. What happened again? I didn't bring my wallet or something?
Yeah. But then
I said I'd buy him a beer and I didn't bring my wallet.
It's that's not what I was referring to. But
What were you referring to?
how like when Michael Mann gave $5 that you said that you're going to use that to buy me a beer.
Oh, yeah, but beers will be expensive where we're going.
It's also very, very possible.
So this is a really beautiful part of town. I think if someone emailed me and said, where should I stay in Paris?
You'd say Rue Chapon.
Yeah, I would recommend.
Arrondissement now, by the way, for anybody who's wondering.
So it goes 4th and 3rd, right?
Yeah, 4th and then 3rd.
I think it's really charming, really nice and quiet, beautiful.
The Haute Marais, but again, I think we're a little too far west to consider ourselves in either the Marais or the Haute Marais. This is a cool little coffee shop too that I've the Partisan. I've been there a couple times before. It's nice. I like the vibe in there. Look at that. Look, it's so warm and
That is cool.
everybody's having a nice time and eating. I'm gonna get a cookie.
Jay's getting a cookie. I'm going to chat to you guys while Jay gets... Hey, Jay, get 2 cookies. I'll buy you an extra beer. Yeah, just a cookie for me. All right, guys. Welcome to the live stream. We did have a bit of a hiccup there. I think I'll just introduce myself and Jay, and the idea here, just quickly while we're waiting for Jay, the idea is we're walking from the very south of Paris all the way to the very north. And I mean over the peripheric on both sides. It's gonna take 2.5 to 3 hours. We're already more than halfway through. We keep stopping, which isn't very good, like this. Maybe I should sort of gently walk. But the idea is to sort of get an idea of how the city changes and show you guys at home if that's something that you're indeed interested in. So yeah, if you're new to my channel, please do me a little bit of a favor and hit the subscribe button. If you've been around for a while, go and vote in that thing in the bit below. And if you're not a Patreon supporter, you didn't get my new guide to Paris for free, but you can buy it in the link below. You can also sign up on Patreon on the link below. That's how all this stuff, similar to Jay's stuff as well, that's how it all, that's how it works. That's how I made this from a hobby into a job, is through the generosity of viewers like you. Heidi, thanks for that generosity. Speaking of generous acts, I will buy, it seems like me and Jay are going to get fairly, we're going to be drinking a little bit here. I see people are talking about Nicholas Flamel. I'm intrigued too. If you read anything interesting online in your research, put it and I'll read it as a comment. Speaking of comments, okay, I'm up to 42% on that voting thing. That's great. It doesn't really mean anything to win an award like that, but it helps. I'll tell you how it helps. When you're trying, like when I'm trying to get a guest, like let's say the mayor of the Marais, who is confirmed they're going to be on the show next week. When you can say in the email that you send their secretary, hey, it's an award-winning podcast. It's got this many listeners. It just sounds better. It makes them take it more seriously. That is what the accolade means to me. It's a bit of gravitas so that I can get better guests, make the podcast better. We've lost Jay to the cookies. I'm going to continue. I'm going to show you something cool, actually. I'm not actually going to leave him. So this used to be a street that I would cycle down when I first moved to Paris, a big sort of 3 to 4 lane street. Everyone went really quickly, and then the new mayor of Paris changed things. She changed it so this whole traffic lane is now 2 lanes for bicycles. This is for bicycles to park and delivery cars to park, and it's 2 lanes for traffic now. So kind of a change to the city that a lot of people are grateful for. See a lot of people going on about the voting. I don't think you can vote twice. If you vote twice, they just cancel it. So no need to do it. Once will do the trick. And Claudine, a regular commenter and indeed a past podcast guest, has been nominated for something too. She's been nominated for the best Instagram. Claudine Bleu Blanc Rouge. S'il vous plaît, give her a vote as well. You can put a link there, Claudine, if you want. And thanks for watching. Now, Jay, where is he? We're never going to get to Montmartre at this speed. So I'm going to start slowly walking. And hopefully he catches up. But for the people following at home, we were just crossing over Rue Turbigo, 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 and up there you'll see is Rue, I think it's Saint-Martin in the 3rd. So we're walking north from there. We were meant to be using a map to make sure that we found the easiest way, but Jay's phone has died. Bit of a worry, isn't it? And me, I just keep on walking. Jay knows that I'll be walking north. I think he'll figure it out. I'm going to keep going. This part of town, so I used to live just around the corner to the left, and it is part of the sort of Chinatown of Paris. One of the Chinatowns, there's a couple. Really good Chinese food, Asian food in general. And then gradually heading north into the 10th, where it gets to be hipster bars and hipster cafes and expensive coffees, or gradually getting more expensive, these coffees. But you can kind of tell like the difference between where we were in the 5th and the 6th. See, look, now we're looking a little bit of graffiti and a little sort of bit, I wouldn't say rougher, but a bit different. Like the church up here needs a good clean, for example. Whereas the ones that we were passing in the 5th and the 6th in the really touristy parts of town have been properly sprayed down, haven't they? There he is, Jay. What'd you get?
I got. Well, you can have a sip of my hot chocolate if you want.
Here you go. Turn it so that you're on. Well, you're next to me anyway. Here you go.
No, we're good. And then I got a cookie and a brownie, which I'm gonna break in half so that you can try some of each.
Oh.
And then, yeah, that's it. Oh, and I also bought an Ethiopian roast. Apparently they roast their own coffee. I didn't know that.
Look at that moon.
That's beautiful. Feel free to howl at home if you're watching.
All right. It never looks good. The moon never looks good when you try and take a picture of it.
Maybe on the phone. There's some nice pictures of the moon out there. NASA's got a couple.
True. Peter wants to know if Anne Hidalgo will get re-elected next year. The answer is, well, we don't know.
Well, I'm not going to predict anything.
But she's my dream podcast guest, so I worry her English maybe isn't so great.
That's what Zach was telling me.
Yeah. You know what Lavinda says?
What's Lavinda say? I'm dying to know.
He says, I can't stand the graffiti, especially on churches and mosques.
And Moscas.
Yeah. Fair enough.
That's fair enough.
You know what Ellen says?
What's Ellen say?
I love the moon.
Me too. Ellen, you and I've got that in common.
Someone commented about you, Jay, now.
Oh, yeah?
They said, you're very thoughtful.
Brownies?
You're very thoughtful.
Oh, that's good. I have to break this brownie in half so that you can have half of it. I don't want to hog the brownie experience. We're also about to pass one of my favorite bars in the city. That was also in the game. They were, here you go.
Have you broken it?
I've broken it.
Both of these are mine? Okay, we're going to do a food review.
Yep. So this is the partisan.
Man, I almost dropped it. So, knowing that they can't hear you yet, I'll just show you. Cynthia wants to know if brownies a popular thing?
No. That's why I always buy them when I see them, just to try them and see if I can find a good one.
Okay, I'll taste two.
I'm trying to think if there's a brownie in town that I'm like, I don't think there's one in town that I really like. I've had a bunch of different ones, but.
It was a really good idea to get food.
Yeah, I think it was necessary.
What does that taste on the brownie?
So on the brownie?
Yeah.
Probably peanut butter.
No.
I don't know. That's what it looked like when I bought it. I don't know. The cookie has pretzels in it. Oh. Not a fan of pretzels, but.
These pretzels are making me thirsty, Jay.
It's working out.
It was a good idea to get some food. We're probably at about the 2-hour mark now.
We're going to make it.
Of course we're going to make it. So we're just kind of going a bit quiet while we eat. You guys can put some questions in there that Jay and I can answer.
We're at Arts and Métiers right now. So this is basically the Science and Engineering Museum, right?
Yeah.
And it has a church that they repurposed into like a display for planes and cars and stuff. Pretty cool. I like it. It has like a whole section dedicated to technologies. They're advancing like, telecommunications and steam power and all sorts of gears and bells and whistles. I don't know that it would be in my top things to see unless you're really into that stuff, but it is nice.
Now, I'm going to address something in the comments. People are asking private questions about you, Jay, and I'm going to ignore them.
There's proof. Okay.
I'm going to ignore the private questions.
Okay.
Because we want to know about Jay's Paris right now.
What do you
I
want
want
to
to know
know
about you in Paris.
Me in Paris?
Rather than your private life.
We get along.
What I want to know about you.
Apples. I think there are apples in this brownie.
Yeah, it's apple.
Weird. Do not approve.
I got a Paris question for you.
It's not super unpleasant, but it's not. Nope.
Don't you dare stall on me.
What is it about Paris you have for me?
Firstly,
Yeah.
look at that.
That's pretty. Yeah. Now who's stalling? Those faces, they're lit. They're lit perfectly for a horror movie.
It's amazing. Big J fan here. Poor Jay needs a portable power bank for his phone.
I just need the right cable.
Roxanne from Sweden. Remember?
Yep.
Getting sleep, it's 3 a.m. Where was she watching from?
Australia.
No way. That's right. I was so nervous on Jay's video, I wasn't myself. But I know a lot of people are big fans of Jay here, so I'm going to ask. I'm going to put a quick fire round on
Aren't you proud
Jay.
of me that I said Australia?
Yeah, that was good.
Okay. And then this is Bon Esprit. It's one of my favorite bars in the whole city.
All right, what we're going to do as we get up to this really interesting big arch, is I'm going to give you a quick fire round.
It was built by the Druids.
No. Stop stalling.
You haven't asked me anything yet.
Quick fire round. So you guys who are new around here, maybe you've jumped over from Jay's video. I got a podcast where I usually do a quick fire round at the end, ask people questions really quickly, and they got to answer without thinking. Jay,
Yep.
outside of Paris, what's your favorite European city?
Amsterdam.
Amsterdam.
Or London.
No, need one.
Okay, Amsterdam.
Why?
Because it feels really warm and welcoming, and there's a lot to do, and there's good beer.
Okay, that's a good answer.
Yeah.
Next question.
Yeah.
Someone says, Jay, can you organize
And I love the Dutch.
Stop stalling. Can you organize a pub crawl in one arrondissement where there's a bunch of good bars? Where are you going to take them?
This one.
Which one are we?
Probably. I would say the third, or actually no, you'd go into the 10th. The 10th would be the best.
So far, you're always giving double answers.
Okay, the 10th.
Okay.
Just over the street, basically.
Next one.
Continue.
If you were going to write a book about why you moved to Paris, what would you call it?
The Sea of the Unknown.
What? You had a title so quickly for that.
Yeah.
Give us a little hint about what the deal is there.
Well, basically, I've always wanted to live in Paris, and I've always wanted to be a professional creative. You know, I want to make movies and write books, but they're really hard things to do, and there's no given path to do it. And so I think about it in terms of the metaphor of the Sea of the Unknown, casting off from the shores of the known, out to follow your dreams into uncharted territory, and you have no idea how you're going to get there, even if other people have made it before you. And so, basically about a book about the trials and tribulations, if you want to say, or yeah, just all the dangers and chaos and hazard that I had to go through to try and get back to here.
And how much have you written?
You want to do this way?
Yeah, but I also want to show this. Last question. How much have you written?
The book.
How much? You've done it?
Yeah, but we're going through edits and revisions right now.
So guys, everyone, I shouldn't talk while eating.
That's okay. I still love you.
Everyone should go back and look at the video we did with Jay. He talked about it at length, and you'll find the link to his Kickstarter.
Yeah, it's true. If you just go to Kickstarter.com and search for my name, Jay Swanson, you will find it.
Great.
Also, here's a napkin.
I don't need a napkin.
Here, well, if you
I'm not
change your
showing my
mind.
face again.
If you change your mind, you let me know.
Where are we?
Oh, and also that's where we were talking about buying beers for each other, is because we started out with 192 Kickstarter backers when we started, and then if we got past 200, we were going to start buying each other beers. And last I saw, we were at 203. Did anybody in the comments tell us how many we're at? Mystery man will know.
Oh, I think we go left there.
Yep. I just wanted to get away from the crowds if we were going to walk up. Strasbourg there.
203 on Kickstarter.
2.3?
203.
Oh, 203. Okay. So it hasn't gone up, and if it's odds, then you owe me a beer.
And I will.
But to be fair, I'm going to buy you a beer either way, because that was the original deal.
This place is cool.
Oh, it's a board game cafe.
Yeah.
Oh, we should do this sometime.
Board games.
Yeah.
For sure. Look at the light on the camera.
No, that's good.
Thank you so much for the cookie and brownie combination.
My pleasure. You want a sip of the hot chocolate?
Yeah, why not?
Give it a try. It's nice.
Thanks, Jay. Our hands just touched.
Oh. Sweet moment.
I'll call that a warm chocolate.
Wow.
Whoa, it's like, whoa.
It was hot for a minute.
Interesting. It's like a coffee. Yeah. No, I'm going to do a shout out. You been here? Copper Bay.
Ah.
So I had a Forrest Collins
Yep.
on the show before. She runs a blog called 52 Martinis. She's the premier cocktail queen of Paris, and she they're waving, and
I shrugged. They know we're cool now.
They knew going in.
She's gonna run out here and tackle you.
So Forrest did a really cool episode. She came on. I asked her to name the best bar in every arrondissement, and for the 10th, she said Copper Bay. So I went there, and you know what I did?
What's that?
I took her advice. I dropped her name.
And
She said, "Tell them Forrest sent you."
Okay.
I did it. Free drink.
everybody tell them Forrest sent you.
Copper Bay. The name of the street, I
Should we
don't
go back
remember.
and tell them Forrest sent us?
Yeah.
I don't have time.
But you know,
I got a hot drink. I've got to finish this first.
as a thank you to you guys for watching this YouTube, I'll give you a little sneak peek. Monday's podcast episode.
I'm
is
interested.
Secrets of Paris.
Ooh.
Best bits.
Wait, like where you can find the bodies?
Yes, the best bits of the bodies.
We already went past where you can find most of the bodies.
I got a bit of Forrest Collins in there talking about her favorite speakeasy.
Which is?
I'm not going to tell you. You have to listen to the episode on Monday. But I'll give you a clue. And
Lavomatic.
No,
I would not. Anyways.
I'll give you a clue. I think you know it, but don't
Is it
say it.
Lavomatic on my burn list?
It's in a taqueria.
Whatever. Yeah.
It's a really good episode.
I'm glad I didn't say that first then.
I listened to the finished product today. It's really good. It's a good episode. I'm very confident about
Excellent.
it. Well, I have a Matic. Now's a good time. Let's talk a little bit about the burn list. Because I've never talked about
I'm
this
pretty sure
before.
Lavamedics on my burn list.
It is. I looked today.
All right.
Rue Bouchardon.
I'm way behind.
If anyone wants
this
to
is
check.
fun.
Oh. Okay. So if you want to know the street, Rue Bouchardon, if you want to follow us along. Bouchardon. Beautiful old boulangère there as well.
I take a photo, but my phone is still dead. Life's hard
Beautiful.
with dead phones.
Yeah. Are you getting like itchy feelings?
Nope.
Like, my phone.
It's pretty freeing, actually. This is nice because I've never been down this specific street. I don't think.
Well, we got a Copper Bay one time.
I've been around.
I'll take you there for a beer one day.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
It's expensive though. So
No,
one.
we'll say
Just
Forest.
one.
We'll say Forest sent us. Forest sent us.
Now which way, Jay? I think we're gonna go left.
Oh yeah. We're gonna hit the canal if we turn right this year. I think. Wait. No, maybe not.
This is
we're getting
Rue
getting there.
Chateau d'Eau.
Look at this. One of those little orange convertible.
Nice car.
They are
Nice
not ready
car.
for winter.
What was it talking about?
Winter
Oh,
is coming. You were talking about. Oh yeah, one more. Let's take one more. You were talking about previews for your upcoming podcast on Monday.
Oh yeah. So it's got a few cool guests. It's got a couple of mares in there.
Looking forward to it.
It's got a reptile story.
Ooh. A new reptile story?
It's a best of, Jay. Come on.
Best of. Okay.
You're giving me
I
such
want
a
more-
hard time.
I just want more reptiles. Reptiles in Paris.
Okay.
Living the dream.
But don't you think that, I mean, it's very noticeable the change in these districts as
Yeah,
we walk.
for sure. Well, once we get up here above the 3rd into the 10th is when it starts to get, I think, into more of what feels like real Paris that moves, you know?
You think that way? The problem with that is it goes towards Magenta, which is the perfect street to take, but so boring. I think we go back streets. Quick. Whoop. I looked it up on the map. You were pointing the exact right way to go just then, but it won't be nice.
I'm just trying to take us north, that's all. We could have gone to the station of the north.
Ah.
Wonder if somebody needs to put a Stark symbol on Garden Nord.
Yeah, I think you might be onto something.
Stark Wolf.
Someone asked me a while back, what's the building on your right?
Let's start calling it Winterfell.
Can do. You want to answer that question though, Jay? The building on our right.
The building on our right.
It could have been any
a
time
hair
in the
salon.
past
You can
15
get your hair
minutes.
extensions done. You can get some braiding done. Looks like you can get a lot of things done. Oh, it's upstairs. Oh, you got braids and extensions.
A few people asking if we're lost. We're not lost.
We're not lost. We're headed towards Chateau d'Eau.
I know exactly where we are, and we're taking an interesting shortcut. This is a bit of a sort of multi-culty part of town.
Got some nails going on. Well, this is very. There are a couple of sections of Paris that have a lot of a stronger West African population, and you can often tell by just the sheer massive stores that are focused towards things like the hair extensions.
Yeah.
Up in the 18th as well, near Chateau Rouge, right, and just up on the hill from there.
This is one of those mega streets that we're going to cross rather than walk up and head down that way. A few people are asking us what the time is. I don't know what the time is.
I can't tell you because my phone is dead and I'm
Yeah,
not
I
wearing a watch.
literally have no idea what time it is.
It's earlier than we think it is, probably.
Someone else can tell us in the comments, maybe.
We'll find out eventually.
I like this. Someone's painted on that wall a shadow of the tree. It's not actually the shadow. And so in the winter, when all the leaves fall off,
Yep.
it looks really cool. You can actually see it.
That's good. I like that.
So what time is it here? I don't know. How long have we been walking for? Someone asked. We don't know that either.
Well, it's been definitely over 2 hours now. Because you've been streaming for about 40 minutes,
Well, it
right?
says 40 minutes exactly.
Right, so then, and mine died at about an hour and a half.
But mine cut out for some time too.
Also true. So is this a new, no, is this the same
I don't know.
time?
It doesn't matter. I can tell you what, we've been walking since 4 p.m. Paris time.
The time warp is real.
16:00. You guys can probably figure out easier than we can how long we'll be walking for because we're aiming to get to the very northern point of Paris. That's
Yep.
ciao.
Even farther north.
Joanne Oakes, keep it up. Look at that. That's the sticker you're talking about.
Oh, that's appreciative.
Thanks, Joanne Oakes.
I appreciate it.
Is this the same Joanne Oakes who was planning to come to Paris for the big embassy event? If so, say yes.
Or you can lie and say no. You don't want the rest of the internet to know. Look at this chicken smells really good.
Okay, I'm dedicating this part of the walk to Joanne Oakes because she was meant to come to the embassy event. You were there, Jay. You know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
But some bad news on her side meant she couldn't
kept
make
saying
it.
You were looking forward to seeing her.
Yeah, I told Jay
that
I was disappointed you can't make it. Joanne Oakes, this next street is for you to make you feel like you're in Paris.
I actually went on a date. Speaking of my
with
personal
Joanne
life,
Oakes.
No, at this bar, the Napoleon, out of desperation because the one I tried to go to was closed. Are we continuing that one?
Oh, no, this is a good street, isn't it?
We gotta go north eventually.
So this is where we are, Rue du Faubourg.
Somebody.
There you go. This is for you, Joanne. We're doing it for Joanne right now.
We're doing it for Joanne.
We've brought you to Paris because you couldn't make it.
It is a fun story. I don't really usually talk about my dating life, but we are on your channel and no names will be named, but I did go, oh, St. Pie. This is a fun little coffee shop. So it was basically during August when everything closes and you don't know what's going to be open or not. And I met this little...
It's okay, it's giving me a chance. Hold that thought. There you go.
There we go. And that was probably one of the worst dates of my life.
You know what you should have done then? You
What's
should have
that?
ended the story really differently. You should have said, and that's how I found the polar bear. Jump on my ride again, will ya? It cut out for a second. Misty Be Strong wants you to tell it again.
That's too late. I can't.
The moment has passed, Misty. But Jay has plenty of stories, so we'll be able to get good stuff out of him.
Just to say it didn't work out. She was great, but it was probably mostly my fault.
Tracy Johnson says she should be watching this while on the treadmill.
Oh yeah, you could do. You'd feel like you're running very slowly through that.
Look at this, Jay. So a lot of the, like, that's so private.
This
in
is
there.
the kind of place that you get stabbed if you're in Mission Impossible, though.
True.
Through the gate.
I think you're right, Jay.
Yeah, be careful. Don't hand over any tapes.
Where are all of these people walking to? That's a real tough question.
They're all over the place. Some are going home, some are going grocery shopping, some of them are off to their variety of vigilante caves where they're going to change into their outfits and then go back out into the night and fight
Talking
crime.
about Batman, aren't
There's
you?
a lot going on here tonight.
You know, there's one of the sort of reputable news sites like Lonely Planet or whatever. It wasn't Lonely Planet. I can't remember who.
Are they a news site?
You know what I mean. Names in travel.
Got it.
Ranked this very street as one of the coolest neighborhoods in the world. Yeah. Faubourg Sunday. Let's go left.
That's going to take us further from where we want to go.
Oh yeah, because we want to. Okay. That's the only thing is Magenta is so boring.
Right, but we don't have. I mean.
No, we can go. We can go left and up.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's where the studio is.
Ah,
Yeah, I know where to go.
the studio. What studio are we talking about?
My old studio, Jay. I think
There's an invader here for you too.
there's a street that we were just walking towards then called Magenta or Magenta, and it's the direct, easiest way to get where we're going. But you guys won't be able to hear us. It's pretty ugly.
My only concern with not taking the direct route right now is battery life on your phone.
Yeah, and the other thing is we can't see how much battery I've got. We have no idea because when you're doing a live stream, it won't show you that, which is kind of annoying. These are all new places. Oh, Africa. This area is changing real quick. So I see a question from Jeremy asking, hey, how you doing?
Are you filming your show?
I'm doing a live thing.
Nice to see you. Hi.
Sorry, walk past.
Just bumped into a friend. That was funny. Now. What egghead? Oh yeah. Well, I don't know. The whole street is changing so quick.
Eating a chicken. That's I've never seen that before.
This is Rue Paradis, Paradise
Yeah,
Road.
one of my favorite little beer spots right here.
Which one? This
right
one?
Here, B-News, .B-News. It's a great spot. It's in my guide. I've been here. I think we were gonna have a meetup there once.
This is cool. This is a cool area.
Yeah.
So this place coming up on the right,
It's a haunted house.
the haunted house of Paris, the Manoir. A lot of people going into it. I don't actually know what happens in there, you?
Nobody comes out the other side, so I'm guessing nothing good.
Friends of the show, Katoum Coffee Shop, have a little roastery just down here on the left. I did an event down there. On the left-hand side, Martel.
Is that the place that you invited me to after we did our last live stream?
Can't remember.
And John joined us? And then John went with you? Something like that?
Potentially, yeah.
I feel like that happened. Could be making this up.
Bucky Barnes, did you guys see yesterday, the movie, the Beatles movie, I suppose? I saw it. It was all right.
Yesterday, I haven't seen it.
So yeah, I was in the middle of answering that question about where the center point of our walk was, Jay.
Oh.
What do you reckon?
Center point is in like the middle.
Yeah, I suppose it's at the river.
Yeah.
Carla Masters says that it seems me and you are on a date. Well, we're not on a
Us
date.
too? Yeah, we're taking a long stroll through the most romantic city on earth. I suppose it is kind of a
I
date.
guess it's a date.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. You got us there.
Bro date.
This is nice. Look at this.
Is it?
You don't think?
I mean, I'm not usually a big proponent of plexiglass overviews.
The trees are all right though.
Yeah, the trees are okay.
Look, there's a big invader.
Yeah, that's
on
another big one. There are lots of fruits and veg invaders around.
What's
there.
the idea of that?
I don't know. He's just trying to encourage people to eat healthy, I suppose.
No, we're actually going to get to a cool bit. I know the ins and outs. Are we in the 9th or the 10th, Jay?
I think we're wandering into the 9th. We're about to find out though, because we'll see a street sign and that'll tell us. I can't cheat. Can't use my phone. Hey, look, there's Pac-Man eating a heart.
What? Oh, wow.
What is that? All these signs.
There's another game
The
place
Egg
up there.
Factory. I feel like I've heard of that place.
The
I'd love
Egg
to find a
Factory
good-
on the
A
left.
good breakfast place would be nice.
I would wager this street has 10 new places since I first walked down
Yeah,
there
it's got a lot going on.
3 years ago.
Maison de crowdfunding?
That's one for us, Jay.
This place big, right? Interesting.
No, I wondered
Maybe I
if...
should talk to them before I launch my book.
Have you been to this place on the right?
Bio
I think you'd like it.
c'est bon?
No. It's a bar. Or it was, yeah. And it had pinball machines and stuff in it.
It's not like it has that.
It looks like they've turned into... Oh my gosh, I can't keep up with this place. Turn right.
Yeah, it's
Are you kidding me? It used to be a pinball bar.
there's 8 baseball tables.
Oh no. I can't keep up.
It's hard to keep a place open in this city. I think any city, right? Restaurants are hard to keep going.
I've got a few questions to come in, like 10. I haven't been looking.
Like, is Jean-Luc in the building to our left?
Oh, Jay. Here, listen to this. I got first we're saying thank you so much to Carter Blumeyer, who says buy yourself and Jay a beer. Cheers. We're gonna get so drunk tonight.
We're going to need it.
No.
Swelling down in the joints.
These are the ugliest and weirdest chasse-roux I've seen in Paris.
Those are more like pop rooms.
So people who are new around here might not know I'm obsessed with these things called chasse-roux. They prevented the wagon wheels from crashing into the doorways going in, and it was on this street, Jay, where I got obsessed
by your
with it.
studio. Yeah.
Yeah, because
see it.
my friend Shelly had a dog, and I was walking it, and I was walking around here, and I'll show you,
He got all the chefs room.
there's a picture of Charlie the Wonder Dog. Poor Charlie peeing on one of it because he died
Aw.
recently-ish.
I was going to ask why he was poor.
Beautiful, these chasse-roux. So the idea is they stopped, you guys have all heard me talk about it before, but this is the exact street where I got really into them because they're all different around here. You see there's some more ones?
They are different.
Do you want to be a wagon wheel and show how they work? Jay, you are such a good wagon wheel. Now there are other questions. Oh my god, this is so cool, and there's Jay!
That's me.
It says Sierra Wave.
Hi, Sierra Wave.
Or Sierra Wave.
Sierra Wave.
Why do the comments fade so quick? James G. Arthur. That's a name I recognize. Hey, James. No invader hunting then tonight, Jay? Question mark.
We pointed out a bunch.
Haha. Hope you have some food and water because, boy, it's going to be real hard.
Yeah, we should also do more food and water at some point. But
As
I
I,
feel pretty good right now.
As I read that out, the message was retracted.
Oh. No, that's unfortunate.
Oh,
I always
wow.
wonder why people delete their comments when they seem to be perfectly normal comments.
Yeah. As for
you're gonna see this church in my vlog on Monday. Speaking of Monday coming up, because I went into your studio with John.
Yes.
So I guess now it's John's studio too.
Oh.
Oh, competition. And but I missed you because I got there late, so I didn't see you.
Right.
And filmed a time lapse of this church.
So this church is the Saint Vincent de Paul. Beautiful sounding church name. Beautiful sounding bells that you'll hear regularly in the background of my podcast. I think a lot of podcasters would say, "Oh gosh, the bells are ringing. I better stop talking."
Not you. It's all about the ambiance for you. That's the Earful Tower experience.
Thanks, Jay. I think
Trademark.
there's a look. Bakery still got its doors open.
Thought that woman was robbing them for a second with the size of that bag.
There was a question for you as well, Jay, and I've
Oh yeah.
ever been hit by a car.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which of you two speaks French better? That's Jay.
Is it me?
I think so.
Okay.
I'm guessing.
We don't speak French in front of each other. very
No,
often,
we
so-
never speak French together. I've heard you speak French and it sounds pretty good.
Okay. Well, I've deceived you then. That's half of language, really, is just tricking other people into thinking that you understand them. Hey.
It's gonna get loud for a sec, guys. We're gonna cross over another big street.
We got ambulances in a traffic jam.
David Guy says, "Hi, Jay and Oliver."
What's up, David Guy?
So, just a little note. Where Jay's standing is in front of the church there. My studio is 100 yards up and on the left.
Just up there.
And these are the bells that you hear.
I think you're gonna like the sequence that I put together of entering your building.
Oh, well, you've done that before, and I liked it last
I
time.
think this one's, ladies and gentlemen.
Ah, it looks like it's back. Buffering. Isn't that nice? Yeah, we want to go left here. We could, yeah. That's a good idea. Though there's a really nice Art Nouveau building up here. I'm thinking, yeah, we can. We'll go up here first.
Even more romantic.
It's so loud. Oh my God, this is Leanne from Kansas City, and I told you once that I adore the bells in the background of your podcast.
Well, now you can adore it in the background of the live stream.
Leanne, this is for you.
This is the perfect place to get jumped in a 1980s movie or an 1800s
Or a 1990s movie.
today.
I like this yellow light, you know? Here we go.
Softer on the eyes.
Deb loves the bells.
I do too.
Good chassis down there.
Oh yeah.
Some good little chassis. This building's really beautiful. Did you get this on your live stream?
On my live stream.
Yeah, on your
Nope.
No.
Oh, you mean on my vlog?
Which one is it? It's too dark.
Oh yeah. With like the portraits and tile. Why is it just one bell that's still ringing? Is that guy like he's been drinking? He's going for it.
I learned the word for hunchback in French.
Oh.
There's a cafe in Montmartre called Bossu, and
Bossu?
someone told me that's how to say hunchback.
I need to.
Oh,
I want to get like a word of the day calendar.
Good idea.
Desk calendar, you know.
good idea.
And then if it could be half word of the day in French and half Far Side, then
Yeah.
then I would definitely read it every day.
It feels like you'll have to excuse me, Jay, but it feels like a good time to give a shout out to the podcast sponsor.
Go for, yes, go for it.
Speaking of French language, if you guys want to learn French, the podcast is sponsored by French Today Audiobooks. I'm going to say it once, I'm going to say it clearly. FrenchToday.com/earful11. You get a further 10% discount off all their audiobooks. They currently got a 20% discount on everything. It's the Veterans Day sale is what they wrote.
Oh my.
That means right now, literally now, you get 30% off their audiobooks. Go.
30%.
That's pretty good, eh?
That is madness.
So you can go and learn French right now.
Wait, why are we going that way?
Because there's the Art Nouveau building.
Okay. Don't we want to go up the hill?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But it's just-
I'm not trying to wrangle you too much.
You're going to love it, Jay.
Just trying to wrangle you a little
Jay,
bit.
you're going to love it.
Okay, if I don't love it.
Now, there's been some silly comments I just want to address.
Oh, okay, silly.
People telling us to start fights and stuff. That's not even really funny. That's
Start
kind of just a
fights?
weird thing to say.
That is a weird thing
Let's
to
keep
say.
it civil here.
Yeah. Start fights, like, amongst us, like, between us.
It's just really
Like,
weird.
just random passersby. Is this like Fight Club? We're supposed to start a fight by the end of the night?
Well, someone asked
and lose it?
Someone else who'd win an arm wrestle between us. Come on, guys. We're just two mates out for a walk here. We're not going to arm wrestle.
It'd be really hard to do.
Holy smokes, I don't know where we are.
That's not helpful for the Art Nouveau building. Wasn't the one we just looked at?
No. It's so good, Jay. You will love it.
sense skepticism in my voice. It's only fueled by my desire to eat.
Someone's. Oh, Jay, come on.
Where are we going? No, we've gone here to the left. Rue de Belzunce.
Someone asked for it. Okay. No, this is the way I walk home. Well, not since we went up the stairs. That's why I got lost.
Fair enough.
And then
We're tracking again now.
Yeah.
Isn't this is where Mikkeler's over here, isn't it? Have you been there yet?
What is it called?
Another good spot for a beer. Mikkeler. It's a Danish brewery.
I think I have been there.
Yeah.
If Mitch Pascoe's still watching, I went there.
It's nice. It's
With him.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it's open. Well, it's been open for a while. I mean,
You might have met Mitch.
maybe. Did I meet Mitch?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I have this uncanny tendency to meet a lot of people.
I can imagine you meet a lot of people. I bet you get stopped in the street a lot by people who know your videos.
It happens. I feel like it depends. It depends. Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
This way, believe it. Just believe me. You got to believe me.
I'm believing you. I'm still walking with you. I'm just sensing the distance between me and my destination growing instead of shortening.
You're gonna kill me.
I might already be killing you. Who knows? This could be a little force choke.
And we're crossing our
Force
fifth
scratch.
red light.
Perfect.
Okay, here it is. This is the bit. Now we're definitely going backwards.
Oh yeah, look at that. That giant lake.
Yes, you got it.
Like the bow of a ship.
So guys, we're taking a detour. That was silly, but I think you'll show your appreciation by liking this video. Why don't we get the likes popping up like flying through with thumbs? Isn't that how it's meant to work?
Flying through with thumbs. Wait, why are we flying with thumbs?
Isn't that what happens when someone likes a video?
Yeah, you get what? You get thumbs flying through?
No, that's Facebook.
That is Facebook. That's not a thing. Are we looking at these ones on the corner? Oh, these ones.
All
the women.
Okay, check this out. The women there, as you pointed out, going across. Look at that.
Yeah. Oh wow, yeah.
I can't believe they haven't lit it up, but it's so stunning, this building right here.
Well, the problem with lighting it up is it means you're shining lights into people's living rooms.
Yeah.
But yeah,
This was worth that 2-minute detour. Come on, give me that.
sure. I'll give it to you.
Okay, now we go.
I'll give it to you.
So you're starving, Jay.
Sweaty.
Are you so yeah, me too. Look, I've got my jacket here.
I know. Wait, do we want to go up that way? Which way from here?
If you go up that way, it's Condorcet and then up.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. Oh yeah, we're farther over. We're still a little bit east.
And then, yeah. So
You're 100% correct, my friend.
that's where we are if anyone wants to find that Art Nouveau building, Rue d'Abbeville. D'Abbeville?
No, I think it's Ville. Yeah, I always mix up my double L's. I have some problems with my French.
Well, don't we all?
Yeah.
Yep. Even French people. Have you heard French people arguing over whether they got the tenses right and
Yep.
stuff?
Yeah, that's one of the funniest things about French is that it's difficult for even the French to speak. I feel like there are more hang-ups in the French language than there are in the English language.
I think you're right. Let's cross.
But I have heard some very funny conversations like that. It also gives you a sense of, like, honestly, if you listen, just take the time to listen to how you speak your own language and how many times you make mistakes in your own language and correct yourself and stumble or forget the word you're looking for.
Forget
And
the
then other people in their languages. Then when you're speaking a foreign language, you're just more aware of it, but it doesn't mean you're necessarily screwing it up more than you normally would.
I haven't made it to a cross? Oh my god, no. I'm not killing you on
That's how,
live
I was
video.
gonna say that's how you kill me.
People keep asking what time it is, and
You just Google it.
we don't know. We don't know
What time is it where
is.
you are? Then add hours. Or
You can just Google time in Paris.
That would do it.
I think it's about 6.
We have no time-telling devices. If we walk by another pharmacy, though, usually they have clocks outside.
I'd wager 6 p.m.
I'm gonna guess it's
6:25. Ooh! We've been walking for 2.5 hours.
Yes,
we got at least half an hour to go, minimum.
At least.
Plus
I'm
up the steps.
gonna guess like 45 minutes. I think I got my estimation on how long it would take us to get to the river right, at least.
Yeah.
I think I did. Got a little distracted by my phone dying, but
Well, we missed the second hour chat about how we're feeling leg-wise and foot-wise. so
we're supposed to
lead
give
the way.
should we give a physical report?
Yeah.
Well, because yesterday, for those of you that didn't catch it, I had a running accident where I tripped on the same stump of a rock that I tripped on like 6 months ago.
What?
You'd think I would know better. So I face planted, scraped up my hands pretty bad. They were bleeding. My elbow, my ankle was swollen and bloody. This is a good time.
It's crazy we're doing this.
So
now.
that's what happened yesterday. So, and I landed on my hip pretty hard too, so my hip is pretty sore. So normally I don't think my hips would hurt at this point.
Right.
I don't think I'm quite at that
But they
stage. Just my right hip. the one I landed on.
Oh no.
Yeah. So that's my knees are a little bit tired. My calves feel like the arches of my feet are burning a touch.
This is only going to get worse.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Regular commenter Preston Everett.
My heart is beating fast. That's mostly just the romance of the road date.
Preston Everett said we're crazy that we didn't go from the top of Paris to the bottom.
Yeah, we're walking uphill.
We're walking uphill the whole
That's
way.
a good point. That is a really good point.
Preston, 5 points to you.
But see, here's the thing. The reason that I suggested we do it this way, because I think you did suggest we do that. So this is my foolishness that got us into this. I thought ending in Montmartre or just past Montmartre would make the most sense.
We should go up this street.
But maybe I was a fool.
No, you're right, because it's going to get beautiful if the
I feel like
camera
there's
battery...
another invader over here that I don't have that I can't get.
Have you seen the ghost? Oh my.
Oh my, the boo?
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless there's another one up here that I haven't seen. Oh, speaking of photos of the moon, look at that. In that person's house.
You
You were
guys see
saying
that?
we couldn't take good photos of the moon, but that guy got a good one.
Okay.
They have to.
So Jeremy has been asking a lot of... You guys probably can't hear us because of the truck.
Yeah, sorry. And it looks like he's going to track with us for a while.
Jeremy has got a lot of questions about the logistics of what we're doing.
Okay, what kind of questions, Jeremy?
Well, they're the kind of questions that I think Jeremy could answer better than we could with a Google.
Oh.
Because I don't
Are you trying
know.
to suggest that he should just go Google
Well,
his answers to his questions?
He's asking how far we're walking.
Oh, well, according to somebody else that Googled that for us earlier, 12.6 kilometers.
Wow. I didn't react to it last time. I was doing an Instagram story.
You robbed my post of your reaction. Also, remember we had a Jude Bro coffee at this place once?
That's true.
And I was trying to remember where it was to share with somebody yesterday. And now we're walking past it.
There's some cool
Oh,
places that we can point out here.
Roche.
Yeah, Roche is what it was. 12.6 kilometers, Jeremy, which in miles is...
Like seven
or eight.
Over 7.
This is a decent cafe. We've been here before.
Oxy what?
Oxymore?
Oxymore.
Paris is the best city ever, says Miss Starbuck.
Sure.
Fair enough. Okay, we're on a bit
It's
of
always hard to...
a...
Depends on what you're geeking off. Because if you're looking for nachos, this is not the best city in the world.
Is that what you're looking for?
Always. Actually, one of my best friends back home sent me a map that somebody started in the Seattle area of where to find nachos, and yeah, made me cry a little bit.
I apologize to all the commenters who I missed.
Oh, sorry about that.
Jay also apologizes.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm a participant.
While we've got you here, though,
What? Yeah, what?
if you guys like Instagram, Jay is called Jay on a Boat.
No, that's Twitter.
If you guys like Twitter, Jay is... If you like Twitter, Jay is Jay on a Boat.
On Twitter.
I'm
Jay
Oliver
Swanson
G.
on Instagram.
23.
Is it Oliver G 23?
I think so.
Okay.
You on Instagram is what I meant to say, is just Jay Swanson.
That's Jay Swanson.
And go and follow us both. I'm the Earful Tower. I did a bunch of stories. I had dinner here last night.
Did you?
And they were really nice, so I'm going to recommend them. Hi, Joe.
Joe?
Like,
Oh,
really
we were gonna
nice.
have-
Okay,
that looks really nice.
I'm just doing another recommendation. Pappy,
really nice.
I've been here a bunch of times. They're really friendly. So much so they'll probably wave if we go past. And I've been here for a beer. Dunkirk,
I've been
really
to
good.
Dunkirk before, yeah.
If we cross before in front of the bus, let's see if we get a
Still
little,
hit by a bike.
see if we get a little wave. No, facing the wrong way.
Yeah.
But this is a cool bar.
Got some cool pink pants.
There's 275 people watching.
That's pretty good.
That's insane.
We've gotten everybody came back. Maybe some new people. Maybe some fresh faces.
I was just going to say something to everybody, but I want to point out something instead. This street is beautiful. It is called Avenue Notre-Dame. Notre-Dame.
Just keep trying.
And at the end of it is KV Coffee Shop, one of my favorite coffee shops, the best in Kigali by far. They were on the show recently, Nico. But Jay, let's just, if we go up that way, we'll get to the Sacré-Cœur.
Yeah, we go up this way.
So just
Yeah. We go up this way.
so if you guys are just joining in now,
We're the fatigue is actually starting to hit us. I think a
that's
little
what I
bit.
was going to say.
Walking uphill.
This is Jay Swanson from YouTube.
Hi,
I've
my
linked
name is
to
Jay
him.
Swanson. I'm from YouTube.
I've linked to him below. Go and subscribe to him. He kills it on YouTube. He's really good at it. Go and check him out.
Figuratively.
Find his Kickstarter that we've talked about if you watch
Please
further
do.
back in this video. Support him.
Grab a book, get a Christmas card with, it's gonna be great.
If you're new to this channel, my name's Oliver. This is the Earful Tower. It's a podcast. I'd love it if you went and subscribe wherever you get your podcast, because that's how it all works,
And
really.
then share it with somebody else who likes podcasts.
Yeah, spread the word. That's how it works. And both of us are on a website called Patreon,
We are.
which is Patreon. You'll be able to figure it out. It's through generous donations from people like you guys that we can do walks like this. Otherwise, we'd both be businessmen.
Yep.
And we'd sit at home on a Saturday afternoon
Yep.
doing business.
Playing FIFA.
But look, that's enough about us. What we're doing now, if you're just tuning in, is we're walking from the very southern point of Paris to the very northern part. We're about 80% through.
Yeah, I would say we're probably about 80% through. We're about to cross into the 18th arrondissement, which is one of the most famous because of Montmartre,
Yep.
which is probably collectively our favorite arrondissement, right?
Yep,
Like
yep.
our favorite neighborhood at least.
Definitely. I love it. Love it. Yeah, so
He's trying to get me to move there, but
time.
so far. Yeah, he's breathing heavy, man.
okay, turning the camera around. We're gonna struggle now.
We're about to hit into some more tourist. Well, let's go to the rightish here, because then we won't walk through the tourist trap center.
Well, there's a place where you can see the Sacred
You can
Heart.
see it from there.
Where were you suggesting we go up?
I was going to say we should go up here. You'll be
Sure.
able to see it if you angle, go over to that crosswalk. You should be able to see it walking across.
Cool, good idea. Someone was asking if I'm going to join Jay and Jay's office.
There you go. You can see it.
Probably not, because I got a studio. But Jay's office is fantastic. I've been lucky enough to be in there a couple of times. This is where we go. Jay, what are we doing?
I'm losing you. I'm gonna have to get out the medikit.
Here we go.
It's too bad life's not like a video game, and I can just pull out a medikit and just.
Well, I'm still
HP goes up.
recuperating from my recent
You
sickness.
were pretty sick after your event.
Here you go, Jay. Lead the way. We'll walk straight up. Oh no, it's probably closed.
Are we gonna walk all the way up?
I don't know.
We're gonna have to walk around. I bet,
Yeah,
'cause the
we'll walk
park's
around.
closed.
But it's nice that we'll be able to show it.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh,
For sure.
Jean.
Hi, Gene.
And now, hi, Jean. Hi, Jean.
I'm on it.
Jean, and I can't remember Jean if it's pronounced Jean or Jeannie.
Oh, that's important.
Jeanne.
That's an important.
What would you say?
distinction.
Jean.
J-E.
Jean.
Yeah, Jeanne. Jeanne.
I've met her before and she's lovely. And trying to remember how to pronounce her name, I forgot what she
Jeanne's
said.
one of the more popular cameo characters in my blog.
Oh, great. Well, you know what she says?
Well, not this one probably, but someone named it.
Well, do you know what this one says?
This one says.
Sacre-Cœur up on the hill.
Oh my gosh, is that what that is?
There it is. Oh, my arms are getting sore.
Yeah, we keep walking by these Indian places, and I keep getting this.
Can you take over and do a bit of a J thing? Every time I took yours over, I really took over.
There you go.
So
I'm doing it. Okay, we're gonna look. We can't see the church anymore. There goes the final tip of it, disappearing down below. What we're gonna do is walk up. The park is probably closed, so we'll walk around to the side. We're gonna get one set of good stairs in here because, I mean, let's be honest, it's gonna be terrible. Oh wow, that's a new one. Well, it looks new. It looks fresh. I like that. Tintin making out with the captain. That's all over the place now, apparently. Okay, we are going to go. We're gonna jog right, go
Yeah,
left,
good idea.
and then I think we're gonna circumvent the park by the stairs. Those ladies don't know where they're going. Ha ha! That's not a joke.
I just put you on the spot.
Yeah. How I was formulating that. I was trying to remember the right one. How heavy is a polar bear, Oliver? Enough to break the ice. Hi, I'm Jay. Yeah. I shook his hand for those of you that couldn't see at home. That's how you introduce yourself to people. I actually, speaking of my non-existent dating life, when I was living in Sierra Leone, I was living in Freetown, which is actually in that book that we were talking about that I'm writing about how I got to Paris. A chunk of my time in Freetown is in there. And this story's not in there, but I guess you can put it in there. We were at the American Embassy, I think, and having, like, we were there for just an event. There's a bunch of expats hanging out, and there was a lady there that I thought was very attractive, and so I was like, I gotta go say hi to her. I don't know, and I've been out of practice. I've been living on a hospital ship for a while. I didn't know how to talk to anybody anymore. And yeah, I don't remember if one of my friends bet me to use that line. Do you want to go that way? Yeah, I mean, that way it's going to get a better look at the church. Anyways, I definitely walked up to a adult human being and used that line as a way of introducing myself, and
I think that's great.
got a date out of it.
Yeah.
So it worked out.
You
Want that
relieve
back?
your arm.
There you go.
That was dating with Jay. A new
I was
section.
standing with Jay. Terrible section.
I think there's nothing wrong with that.
Hey,
Pick
you
up
wanna
line.
take a look at the church instead of the ambulance?
So you know, at my embassy gig the other day,
Yeah.
the mayor of Montmartre was there.
Yeah.
I bumped into him right here over the closed fence.
Oh, really?
A couple nights before, and just double. I was like, hey, you know,
Yeah.
you still coming? He's like, yeah, for sure. This is where I convinced him to come. Let's have a look at this church.
Sometimes it helps if you, make an extra effort and
That's
stalk
what I mean.
your
Yeah,
guests.
stalk your guest over the fence. There you go. The comments seem to have descended into a bit of nonsense since so many people started watching.
Oh, well, if you get any trolls, you can always delete/block them. I do.
Okay. Mayor of Montmartre is a cat.
Is it what?
A cat.
Is it cat? Like a meow meow cat?
Yeah.
Huh, that's possible.
Okay.
I mean, I have watched a couple episodes of Doctor Who, and stranger things have happened. It's the second Doctor Who reference that's popped in. That's not even a reference. That's just me referring to it. So
You know,
things are going downhill fast.
you know how you said your hip was sore before? Now
My-
mine's sore.
Your hip is sore?
Yeah.
Is that empathy?
Was it contagious?
Empathetic hip
Your-
soreness?
All right, guys, you're in for a treat because this is about to get
We're about-
beautiful.
Yeah, it's going to be beautiful, and we're about to die. These stairs are amazing.
Yeah, I know.
and
I'm gonna be so out of breath.
Unfortunate all at the same time.
Hey, I got an idea, Jay.
Yep.
The idea is, well, firstly, we're not taking the
I was
funicular.
going to say, you want to take the funicular
No, that's
there?
cheating because we're walking. You
Yep.
know, we may as well take the metro,
That's true.
right? So we're
Anyways.
gonna go up the stairs, but here's the deal.
Yeah.
Hang on.
right.
Let's do this
These
honestly.
are the stairs that people ski down.
Real talk here.
Real talk.
We're already out of breath from walking uphill. We're gonna die walking up these steps.
Very possible.
So you guys are gonna do the talking in the comments below, right? You're gonna ask some cool questions that aren't silly, no more silly questions, and give us tips for future videos to do together. That's what we want to see. Tips for future videos, ideas, and questions that we can ask when we get to the top of steps. Because we're just gonna show and walk.
I thought you were asking me for tips, and I was like, no.
Now you save your tips.
I'm
Jay.
saving those tips.
Okay, ready?
Yep. I did listen to a podcast about tipping recently, though. Speaking of tips, I'll give you a hot tip here in a second.
Save your breath, Jay.
No.
The reason I say that there's all the art on the steps is from the Fête de Vendange. They got all the kids from the neighborhood to get chalk or whatever it is.
Oh, yeah. I missed it this year. I did it last year. It was fun. So, hot tip, if you're taking these stairs and you need to stop for any reason, you got these wide platforms up here. You can step to the side. Don't take up an entire stair.
Can you what do you mean? Show.
Stand here. Just a PSA for your responsible citizens out there. Oh,
I love this. People who are running. That's incredible.
I got over and he's happy.
There you go.
It's appreciated.
These people are doing exactly what you said not to do.
Yeah, I mean, at least they stopped not on the stairs, but basically exactly what I was saying not to do.
But this is it costs the same as a metro ticket.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've never done it.
Navigo, so I've done it twice now,
Yeah,
just for the footage. Can't tell if I'm feeling the fall or the run more right now.
we're doing well, Jay.
I'm hanging in there.
Here's another thing. This video could very easily cut out at any second.
Right, because your phone might die.
No one knows how much battery my phone has.
Mine did that to us.
Did you get a little notification? 10% left or something?
No, like maybe I saw it at like 20%,
Okay.
and then it just was like shutting down.
So this same thing could happen to us. So in that case, Jay,
Yeah.
do you have any final words?
Hang on. Tell my mom I love her. I don't know.
No, come on, serious
Oh, not
final
those-
words, just in case it does cut out.
In case it does cut out and you haven't backed me over on Kickstarter yet, please go grab a copy of the book. If you back it at the right level, 25 euros, I think. I'll send your Christmas card. And if you watch my vlog on Monday, you'll get a preview as to what's going to be in that Christmas card. And I promise, most of you, if not all of you, are going to love it.
There you go.
And then go support Oliver on Patreon.
What a guy. Okay. I'm not going to say
Ask me that so that you can start talking about it.
I'm not going to say farewell to you guys because I like to think you'll have hit the subscribe button to the podcast and this YouTube channel, meaning you'll hear from me again, 100%. So
We made it, almost.
we're not going up the main steps.
I'll go up these stairs. Yeah.
Yep. The stairs continue. Your words of encouragement at home are meaning a lot to us right now. I can see them. I just can't respond. Here we go.
Got this.
I'm going 2 by 2. Let's do it. Okay. Oh.
Boom. From Sacré-Cœur to Sacré-Cœur.
We did it.
We did it.
We have to show the view before we continue.
Right, because we do have to continue. For those of you at home thinking that we've just finished, we have not. We still have to go to the edge of town, which is another
15, 20.
20 minutes at least.
But we're going to take a ever so brief pause to show you the city of Paris. We'll be able to see how far we've walked.
We've walked a long ways. We probably walked a good 10 kilometers in this place. Which is pretty solid.
Okay, it might get a bit windy for you guys. This is just a brief look at the beautiful city of Paris while we get pickpocketed.
Fantastic view to get pickpocketed over.
Here you go.
Do watch out for pickpockets.
That looks like a fire over there.
I hope not.
Okay. Yep. So windy. If you can hear us, we started. Can you find it?
No, it's over there, Tour Montparnasse. So we actually,
Okay.
are we just to the left? So probably just left.
Pretty much the horizon.
Yeah,
Right?
we basically started beyond where the eye can see.
Okay.
Because you have the Pantheon there, so Jean Luxembourg's there, so we probably started over there. I don't know if my viewers can see there, right about there. Which one? Just do it. If you want.
All right, we're gonna keep going. Okay.
We're back in massive tourist center. Now the tricky thing is we're gonna wander through. Actually, let's go around. So we're gonna go behind the church.
Yep.
That'll immediately get us away from the crowds.
Because no one does this. It's crazy. This is one of the I talked about before on the podcast, I think, or definitely a YouTube video.
Oh, for sure.
Often, like you can see here, standing in our vicinity is 1,000 people. And we'll walk for 2 minutes now and there will be 10 people.
Yep.
It's insane.
So basically, this is the old church that used to be on the hill before they built Sacré-Cœur.
That's the oldest church, 70 years old, in Notre-Dame's 850.
Wow, that's nuts. When it was built, it wasn't even in Paris. That's crazy.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
So if you hang a left by that super old church, and you go that way, then you're going to get to the Artist Square. Very touristy, everybody.
Guys, a bit silly.
You got to be careful.
We got a community here. Let's keep it nice.
Yeah, you gotta keep track of that and manage the community. It's
Yeah,
important.
it's
So if you
nice
look to the
that
left
we
here,
community.
the street is loaded with touristy stuff. It's actually pretty light on the tourists tonight, which is handy. Not exactly peak tourist season up here, but you know. So we will go down that way.
Shall we?
And take a left, that way.
Shall we?
And take a left, We're at the Artist Square.
No,
We're gonna show people the quiet part, right?
Yeah, for sure. This street here, I recently did a podcast episode where I talked about how, I don't know if you listened to that one, Jay. I started off by saying, gosh, I love this. No, I don't know. I just said, I love this city. The other night I went for a long walk in Montmartre.
Yep.
And I listened to Charles Aznavour.
Oh, yeah.
It was on that street there.
Oh, yeah.
And what makes me really happy, it might sound weird, but I love seeing tourists living their dream.
Yeah, me too.
People smiling and looking and taking pictures and stuff. I'm like, that brings, it sparks joy.
Yeah, and I think one of the things, that's actually a good segue to say that when we talk about tricky areas and so forth, it's not because we don't appreciate them or think that they're worth seeing. It's more that we're just, isn't it agoraphobia when you're scared of crowds?
Is that...
No, I mean, we're just trying to help you find some quieter spots along the way. Because the other thing about the touristy areas, they're easy to find. You know where they are. Everybody tells you to go there. And I think Oliver and I both really enjoy finding hidden gems, quote unquote,
Treats.
and sharing those.
Speaking of Monday's episode, all about the Secret Paris on the podcast. Guys, put a like if you're subscribed to the podcast.
So this park over here is one of those quiet hidden parks that not many people find.
Jay, have you subscribed to my podcast? It goes on the Wi-Fi for a
You need to
second.
turn your Wi-Fi
No,
off,
but I
yeah.
do. But every half an hour it switches back on automatically. I don't know.
That's weird.
Guys, I know we cut off for a second. It's been happening since the left bank.
Tried not to swap too many secrets
It's
while
been-
we were.
It's been happening since Shakespeare and Company for both of us. in some fashion.
For both of us.
Well,
Well,
yours-
mine's been permanently dead since there.
Well,
so
there you go.
To be fair, it's 100% of the time for me.
So if you were watching 2 minutes ago, we said there are 1,000 people around us, and now look, how many do you see?
2. Oh, 3. Sorry, I can't
One's a
count.
half. It's a child, isn't it?
I think so. We're gonna go to the left.
You know what I noticed some people say?
What's that?
I'm gonna go ahead and take a left here.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a
Why don't
look.
people just say I'm gonna go left? What's all this go ahead business?
It's just nice to fit in a few extra syllables. I'm always looking to find a home for those lost syllables that
Yeah.
need a place in the world. And boy, do they.
So there's been a couple of really lovely people.
Don't you feel bad for those syllables that don't have a home?
No, Ernest Hemingway. Cut out all the extra bits. That's what I say.
Meh.
There's a few
Overrated.
friendly people who are saying something that it's nice that you guys are saying it and not us, but I'm just going to repeat it one more time. Jay and I do this thanks to your generosity on Patreon.
We do it. Thanks to your Patreon.
Go and check it out. Patreon.com/the Earful Tower and /
Jay Swanson.
that's where you get all the extra bonuses. It means a lot to people like us who are trying to share Paris with you. But that's it. I'm not saying any more. But thanks for those comments that just came through. Are we going to go right here?
Thank you, people. Yeah, we can. We want to go down the stairs?
I don't know.
Yeah, let's do it. We're entering the home stretch, ladies and gentlemen. We've mounted the hill. We've been from Sacré-Cœur to Sacré-Cœur. And now we are descending into the final depths of the 18th before exiting Paris once more.
I want to hear your thoughts on the 18th in 5 seconds. Because
in 5 seconds from now, or encapsulated within 5 seconds?
both. Look at that tree, Jay.
Quit stalling.
No, actually, someone said something. Oh,
They said-
Lucy, she's so close to me wanting to reveal one of my upcoming ideas about Midnight in Paris, but I'm going to save it.
Okay.
But I'm going to just do a real quick shout out again for something, Jay.
Yeah.
You have to bear with Jay.
Yeah.
You have to bear with me.
I'm bearing.
Half an hour ago, I told everyone to look in the description of this video.
Please do.
Where I've written everything you need to know, but especially I've been nominated for the best podcast / radio station in France. Right? And if you guys vote, it takes 2 seconds. You can call it an award-winning podcast.
I think you can do it more than once as well.
No, I don't think. I think it gets cut out. You don't need to do it more than once.
But
I
go back and do it again tomorrow if you already did it.
I don't know if I think they.
Just vote for him as many times as
No,
humanly possible.
I overrule you, Jay.
Can anybody out there write a bot to vote for him repeatedly?
The opposite. Just do one vote. But I see there's a lot of people watching now, so check it out. One quick vote, and that's enough of that. We're going on with the walk.
Yeah, we're almost there. I feel really bad that my feed cut out so unceremoniously.
Well, we'll have to fix this next
I
time.
didn't give you a chance to have a final shout out.
Ah, that's okay. As long as no black. God. Okay. Oh my God.
Speaking of the mayor of Montmartre, he's a werecat. It is like a full moon, so it's possible. Could be him. Careful what you say.
I'm following you, Jay. But I am overruling Jay. Don't vote twice, guys. I don't want twice. Because I read somewhere that they scrapped double votes.
Oh, okay.
So-
it used to be you vote as many times. That's why I thought it was kind of dumb.
Yeah, I think so too. But I think it doesn't make sense to win something where someone's voted 1,000 times.
Well, it's already like kind of popularity contest.
No, but when you were buying the brownies,
Yeah.
I explained to everyone that the reason it's not just self-congratulatory to win something like that.
Right.
It helps me to get to score good interviewers.
Yeah.
Like if I contact the president
Yep.
and say it's an award-winning show, it sounds better.
That's true. That's why. Spoiler alert: the president's coming on your show.
You don't win anything for winning, so it doesn't really matter. It's more
Yeah,
about the.
well, awards are usually pretty.
Do you see
know,
Jerry Seinfeld talking about
self-promotionally.
awards once?
I feel like I've
It's
heard
a
him.
really good clip. Check it out.
Are we about to walk by a Banksy?
Banksy?
Yeah, it's over on. We about to walk by a Banksy?
Banksy?
Yeah, it's over on one of these stairwells, and I don't remember if it's this one.
This has been a lovely walk, Jay.
I love this side of the hill. I love it.
I've never been to this bit.
It's so nice and quiet and neighborhoody, and that guy almost ran us over, and it would have been good content.
Good content. Look at this. I mean, this is just absolutely charming. Gina, I never saw if you said if it was Jean or Jeannie or Jean. Try and write a phonetic thing for us. But Dalida is indeed around here. I watched the. It's very. A lot of death in it. If you're not from here, as I should with a walk strict.
Yeah, in 5 seconds.
No, you can take your time on
Oh.
this one. What do you think the differences have been? What have you
I
noticed?
feel like I'm already like naturally informed by my love of this place, but it's very much one of my favorites. I love this guy. Street art, sorry. You gotta go with that bag of money, man. Anyways,
Oh yeah, I like it. I get it.
They painted over it. Banksy was over here, but it's been painted over. Anyways, yeah, well, it's chill. I like. It's back to that sense like when we were on the right bank, and it was beautiful, but like relaxed. I feel that way here as well. Yeah, that's like an homage to the.
That little one though.
No.
Okay.
No, there was a Banksy here. It was a rat riding champagne cork that had popped out.
Yeah. Okay. Should we go down
for
here?
those of you that are fans of Badger, he lived just around the corner from here back in the day. Badger, the old deafblind pug. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. I love Montmartre because it feels like a self-contained village.
Absolutely.
In a way that many areas of Paris do and can, but like it's special. And it's chill. It's vibrant, but not overwhelming. There aren't tons of crowds of people walking around. And when you get past Sacré-Cœur, there are no big tourist attractions anymore. So it's beautiful, but like not full of tons of people.
It's so nice here.
Francis-la-Butte.
I've been to that bar before.
Me too.
Look at this cafe from €1. Coffee from €1 here.
There you go.
This isn't going to be the kind of coffee that...
That you enjoy? Oh, sorry. That you
it's not going to be...
find in...
You're not there for the coffee, let's face it. You're there for the
ambiance.
ambiance, atmosphere, that kind of stuff.
Well, here's an important thing that I've been reminding myself and talking about a little bit on my channel, but that idea that like Paris is just enjoyable on its own. And as somebody, I think you might fall into this category to a degree, but I don't want to speak for you. Maybe you fall into it.
Yeah, you can speak for me.
But as people who do make recommendations and people trust to send to places in Paris, you kind of I take it a little bit too seriously sometimes, and I'm like, oh, well, I mean, it was okay, but I wouldn't recommend it.
That's true. I remember we had a beer once.
Right.
And you were like, guys, do not go here.
Right.
And I was like, we're just there for a beer. But that's true. Jay does it very seriously.
I take it kind of seriously.
I take it seriously too.
Well, no, I'm not saying you don't, but I think that I have a problem where you're probably healthier. So
Well, I'm a laid-back Aussie.
you are a laid-back Aussie.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be a laid-back, I don't know. Anyways, I'm not. I'm apparently not. So what I've been trying to remind myself is that it doesn't really matter if it's a good beer or if it's a good glass of wine. It's that you're just in Paris and you're with people you enjoy, you're with friends or family. Find a nice spot on the corner and just enjoy it, even if it's a little bit overpriced or a little bit under-delicious. Or it's a
Jay's exactly right.
delightful hill. I don't know. You just gotta stop and really enjoy the city for what it is, and yeah, don't become a total snob like I flirt with occasionally. I don't flirt with snobs. I'm flirting with becoming a snob. So I might flirt with snobs. I don't know.
It's amazing that I can report comments.
Yeah, that's great. You can also
Hate
hide
speech.
user if it's
Hang on.
something-
Hate speech. Great.
I'll just dance for the
Report.
camera while you do that.
Can you believe that people do this?
Yeah,
It makes me sick.
People are lonely and I don't know, bored. Here's that artist again that I really like.
Oh, I'm going to stop to point out something else really cool here.
This like little tower here.
This is beautiful old. This is what, okay, you guys don't even need to use your imagination here. This is what Paris looked like. Don't even know how long ago. What do you reckon? 500 years ago?
I was gonna say like 3 weeks, but yeah, it's something.
3 weeks?
I'm kidding. Yeah.
Look at that. It's just right in the middle of these sort of Haussmannian things. Big old tower. 400 people watching, Jay.
If you want to get out of there, you have to let down your hair. Which is why if I get stuck in there, I am stuck for good.
So we're walking now. A few people have been asking how far away we are from our goal. Neither of us know.
No,
we don't know exactly.
time-wise,
I would estimate 10 minutes.
okay, that's a fair estimate. I could go for that.
But a lot of people are tuning in who don't know what we've been doing.
Well, then why don't we explain it to them?
Well, Jay's phone died.
It did die. Well, we were always planning on switching over to your channel halfway anyway.
Yeah, true.
So,
But I mean, I'm explaining why we don't know where we are,
Oh, right.
and so we've been winging it. But luckily, we both kind of know this city fairly well. And where we're walking past, record store, and we're on Montcenis, Rue du Montcenis, and the corner of Rue Duc, really easy.
This is
Do
the
you see?
Marais of the 18th that we're behind right now.
Where is it?
Right here, this building.
Oh yeah, I should know that.
This is your Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Jules Joffrin is the metro stop just in front of us. And we're going to keep following that up. It's on line 12. And yeah, we're going to walk past it. And we're going to get really close. You can see the sign there, Nord-Sud, right? That's us. We made it.
What sign? Where?
On that, well, it's behind the bus now, but on the corner.
Oh, that's us. No, we're Sud Nord.
Well, yeah, I mean, but in some cultures you read right to left, right? So we pretend we're Japanese for a minute.
So another person that's saying negative things about this area.
Oh,
This area is really good.
Yeah,
I
there's a
live
lot of
around
stuff
here. It's actually really lovely.
There's a lot of great stuff up here.
I love it around here. Apparently a lot of people are getting this recommended who don't know who we are or what we're doing. I'll give you guys the lowdown while we stand in front.
Down.
Maybe we'll go stand in that quiet place.
Okay, we can do that. Let's not get hit by it.
So where we are, you
is that why
guys
people are
tuning in.
asking about getting hit by cars? Because we're, I'm
So this
slow.
is the town hall of the 18th arrondissement. So every sort of district or arrondissement in Paris has a different town hall. Let's go.
Got their own mayors.
Their own mayors. And the reason I happen to know a little bit about this is because I run a podcast about Paris called the Earful Tower.
Yep.
I was in this very building recently interviewing the mayor of the 18th. Yes, Eric Dourville understands. I had him on the show. You can go and listen to that. We sat in, that's his office there, and we chatted about
Fancy.
Paris. To my right, YouTube superstar Jay Swanson. Go and subscribe to his channel, Jay Swanson.
That's me, JaysWanson.
And he knows Paris almost better than anyone I know, I would say. He's showing the whole city
That's a high compliment.
very regularly. He's fun. He's doing a cool thing.
I make a lot of videos.
Check him out. Go and watch the start to this video once you've finished with this. But we're walking.
Yeah,
Come on, Jay.
The first half of our walk, the goal that we're trying to accomplish right now is to see if we can cross the entirety of Paris on foot in one go.
Yeah, so we've been walking about 2.5 hours plus now.
People
We're
talk
really
about
close.
it being really, even more, right? Like probably 3 hours by now. The people talk about Paris being really small and walkable, which it is. But does that mean you can walk the whole thing comfortably and enjoyably? I'd say we've enjoyed ourselves. I'd say we're probably not that comfortable.
That's true. But this is it kind of goes to show. It's not that big, is it?
No.
Paris isn't that big. You can walk, like London, you could never do what we're doing right now.
Nah.
We've walked from the southernmost point, we're about to get to the northernmost point. Judging by the number of people who have been watching, we'll probably do this again.
Oh yeah, for sure. We're gonna do east to west next time, or west to east. We could have a
Exactly.
vote
We
on
could
that.
follow by the river, except it's so
We could
windy.
flip a coin.
Yeah, I'd be up for that. Some people can't hear us when we're on selfie mode, but fair enough. Jason says they're not combining some mare. That's exactly right, Jason. They're mashing them up into one super mare. No, what they're doing is they're mashing up the first 4 arrondissements into one administrative arrondissement. I don't know if they're getting rid of the mayors. I would imagine they won't.
I think they're getting rid of. They're combining them all into just one mayor's office.
Yep.
But the arrondissements themselves won't change. So like the zip codes will stay the same.
Exactly. It's
and the numbers
purely
will stay the same.
administrative.
But it's purely for the administrative purposes because they've got to narrow it down a little bit. Which actually, when I was talking, because I went into the 4th and I was talking with the mayor's office staff there, and they have no idea what that means.
No one knows what
They're like, we don't know if we're gonna have jobs. They have no idea.
I think my favorite is that there's one mayor to rule them all, and a
And in the
dog.
darkness bind them.
Let's walk on the street with that.
Okay.
Would love to see a Christmas in Paris tour, says Miss Starbuck.
Unfortunately, Christmas in Paris has been kind of dumbed down after the terrorist attacks.
Yeah.
They don't do, I mean, maybe this will change this year, but they really don't do any of the Christmas markets on the street they used to do. They will do like one in the Tuileries.
Yeah.
They'll do a couple in gated areas, but it's really not the same. It's
A little
very
bit toned
cheesy.
down, isn't it?
Yeah.
Here's where we are, by
Paris
the way.
is great for Christmas, but not for like the outdoor Christmas market stuff.
Rue du Mont-Cenis. And we're crossing over Rue, I'm going to say
Would
it.
it be fair to say you think that you have to kind of make your own Christmas in Paris?
I don't know, I'm never here for Christmas.
Fair enough.
Versigny.
That's a really hopping corner spot there. That's
Yeah,
very
it's
local.
very Paris-y looking, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, we've almost done it, Jay.
We have almost done it.
We don't quite know where we are, though, in terms of where
one of my
the
favorite,
ring road is.
burger joints is not far from here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. That they've been opening up more locations. Le Rousseau. And it's actually named, I realized, I'm assuming this is why they did it, but I was looking at old maps of Paris, and there used to be a small river that ran through the north of the city called Le Rousseau. And I think that's where they got the name, because their first location's up here. And
What's it called? Rousseau.
Yeah, Rousseau. It's not like the Rousseau you're thinking of, but
With the LT?
I think it's RUI.
Oh, right.
I can't remember. I should look it up. Sorry, guys. We're 3 hours into this stroll, and
Gosh,
my
we have
spelling
gone along
abilities are down the hill.
I'm going to
Down the
say
hill. I can't even.
these people, like these comments are going to
Oh yeah, that's gonna get worse, though. More
removed.
people get
No,
it.
well, you know what I'm going to say? For you normal people out there watching and you're seeing these comments pop up that are a bit unusual, I do a lot of videos for supporters, that are just for people who are supporting this show, and there aren't strange people putting unusual comments. So it's kind of a good ad for me. Is if you want to see these in a much more smaller community without all the psychos,
Yep.
then sign up on Patreon.
That escalated really quickly to psychos.
Well, you should have seen what I just removed.
I'm not. I mean, I've had my share.
Yeah.
I won't
There's
get
an
into it
invader
on
for you
the air,
there.
but yeah.
Yeah, where are we, Jay?
We're getting close. Getting very close. There's. I reckon it's this square. That's what is it? I'm gonna. Albert Caen. No.
Albert.
Albert Caen. Here's a hot tip: don't drive in Paris. But
Wow, people.
people get really impatient.
Where? Oh, this street. Okay. Well, this just goes straight down to the flea market street.
Yeah.
This is not a fun street to walk
We want
down.
to go that way.
You sure?
Don't we?
That's directly north.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I got turned around a little bit. Let's do that then.
This is such a boring street. But maybe it's nice.
It's all right.
I think we're pretty close.
If
Yeah.
we're gonna finish this live, we better. We might want to take the direct route.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
What do you mean, alive?
Alive. That too. But yeah,
I know what we're going to do. This road, and there's a really cool bar up here
I've
at the
totally
train
been
station.
in this building before.
Really?
Yeah, came here for a dinner once back when I first lived in Paris, like 6 years ago. Yeah, totally, 100%.
What? Yeah. What a cool little.
And I remember they were selling like tons of soda here last then too. Look at all that. Just a wall of soda
Whoa.
pop. Well, a soda pop. Bam. That kid is expressing exactly how I feel.
So it's 7 p.m. says a commenter. That means we've been 3 hours walking.
Boom.
It's very seldom I go for a 3-hour walk. I don't know about yourself, Jay.
I've already gone for 2 today.
What?
That's a joke. Or a lie, or...
So up here on the left of this, I think this is the sort of mini ring road, and then we're about to get to the maxi one.
Yeah, we're
There's a
almost
cool
there.
bar there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, is this
that's
the
where we'll
recyclery?
stop. Yep.
Aha.
That's where we'll stop
Now
on the way back.
I'm reoriented.
Okay, good.
You know, we got to at least go see the traffic, right? I mean,
Oh yeah,
traffic to
no,
traffic.
for sure.
Okay, good.
I just mean maybe that's a place to stop on the way back.
Ah, got it.
For you guys who are watching, what tends to happen on a live stream is it finishes very quickly. So if you guys want any final thoughts to get in there, tips for us, things to film in the future, feedback, hey, maybe you want to say nice words about Jay.
That's possible.
Put them down now, because for all we know, we'll be there in 2 seconds, and it'll end rather quickly because we're exhausted.
Or it'll end rather quickly because your phone dies.
Oh yeah, also likely.
That's a giant heart that's trying to light up. I don't know how I feel about that.
That's the bar we're gonna go to.
It's like they didn't pay their electricity bill.
Yeah, right.
The recyclery.
Yep.
Kind of cool because it's also on the Petite Ceinture. So when you go in there, the train tracks go under the restaurant.
Okay, we just got a really nice compliment.
Oh, what was that?
It's from Jeremy Radcliffe.
Oh, hey, Jeremy.
He says, I've walked, and I'm jealous of this. He says, I've walked in Paris with John Baxter and David Downey, 2 of my favorite authors in Paris.
Yeah.
And your walk today easily ranks as highly as theirs.
Boom.
Wow. Yeah.
like
Sometimes I do them in person, Jeremy. Jay doesn't so much anymore.
The
I
only
don't
reason that we got that compliment was because you brought Hemingway into it.
think. But David Downey, I love, and John Baxter as well. So
It was
that's
a
a
late-
great compliment.
Late in the game on the.
That's the ring road.
Oh,
We're almost
We
there.
are so close.
Oh gosh. We go straight?
You know that we're tired and hungry because I'm saying boom way too much.
Oh yeah?
It's a
Wow,
thing.
my legs.
Can you feel them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You?
Oh yeah, they don't want to keep going, which is a sign.
But they
that
should. We can't
definitely
stop.
Can't
Yeah, let's do it.
For those of you that missed the explanations earlier, I had a mild running accident yesterday, so I entered into this bruised and bleeding. Thankfully, we've added 0 injuries to that so far. That guy tried, but failed. Thankfully. To run us over.
So we've almost done it. We've walked. I can't believe this, by the way.
Really?
I can't believe that we did it.
I believe in you. this
No,
whole
I
time.
believed in us too. But I mean, more like when we looked at it from Sacré-Cœur.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's crazy we walked
That
so
was
far.
really nuts.
Do you know what it reminded me of?
What's that?
when I
When Shackleton failed to cross the
No,
Arctic
no,
and
no.
reach the South Pole.
No. It reminded me of when I did the honeymoon trip with my wife, Lena.
Yeah.
Which I did a whole podcast season on. You guys should go check it out.
Go listen.
We
like and
drove.
subscribe.
Yeah, we drove all the way around France on a scooter.
Review. Sorry, that's podcast lingo.
30 miles an hour, 45 kilometers an hour. We drove all the way around France, and every now and again we'd come to a lookout, like a castle or a town that was up perched on a hill,
Yeah.
and we could look out into the distance, like miles out into the distance,
Yeah.
and we'd say, we just drove across all of that, and we're going to drive across all of that, and it was really trippy, and it kind of felt like that up at the Sacré-Cœur,
Yeah.
to think that we walked across the entire city.
Just got to put your head down and rev it up and ride your Vespa into the distance.
Or walk those feet. Walk
Yeah,
them feet.
They definitely don't want to do that much longer.
Okay, this is great. That total petrol station
Yeah.
was what I put on the map as our ending point.
Oh,
So we
really?
just need to get to that bridge
Okay.
without collapsing.
That I think is possible. I don't think we'll collapse. I should have taken more photos while we were walking.
Well, you were filming.
Well, no, but I mean, then while you were filming here, I could
but
take
you-
some photos so I could upload later.
Yeah.
Status reports.
Hey,
that you were
Janice.
doing.
Janice Simcoe says I've got to go.
Hi, Janice.
Janice,
We're
we've got
on-
about a minute left.
We're like 30 seconds away from our destination.
Janice didn't hang in till the end.
It's okay, Janice.
So we're walking to that bridge where you see the,
Whatever those circles are.
yeah, whatever that is. That's where we're walking. Kind of that yellow thing. That's where we're finishing.
Keep going. Keep going.
I'm going to talk to you because I think we've done something fun here. I also see 450 people are watching, which is by far the most I've ever seen watching on one of my YouTube videos. If you like what you see, subscribe for more YouTube videos. If you really like what you see, subscribe to the podcast where every week I do a new episode with interesting guests, people like Jay, who like mayors, supermodels, actors, sports people, just talking about this great city of Paris. If you don't like what you see,
What? But it's our faces. How could they not like what they see?
if you don't like what you see, you're probably one of those commenters who I've blocked. So
It's possible.
come on, guys.
I've blocked some people before. It's actually a pretty gratifying thing sometimes.
Thanks to Michael for that generous donation.
Thank you, Michael.
That's going straight to a beer now, and I think it's much deserved. As I said many times now, this guy here is Jay Swanson. There's a link, the first link below goes to his YouTube channel. He does regular videos on Paris. He's got a great eye for it. Go and follow him too. Check out everything. We talked about the whole episode. Go and check him out. It's great of him to jump on this crazy idea with me. And yeah, this bridge here, we're definitely going to go under it. This bridge here is the ring road again. The same ring road we walked over at the start of Jay's videos 3 hours ago. Thanks for doing this with me, Jay.
Thanks for doing it with me.
Look,
Oh, that's not going to stop, by the way. That siren is definitely not stopping. Classy moments under the overpass.
it's kind of funny to finish, but that's what we're gonna do.
And we've done it.
We're out of Paris. We did it.
We made it. Oh my gosh.
Let's walk back.
Get out of his way. Come on. We're free. Okay, now my turn to get a photo of you under that.
We did it. I'm exhausted. For some reason, my hips are hurting as well. But it's very lively around here. I think it's time to go and get a drink. This has been fun. Shall we go back? What do you want me to do?
There we go.
All right, Jay's got his shot. I'm gonna go back, read through. If you walk with me, Jay.
I'm walking with you. I'm talking with you. Walk this way, talk this way.
I see there's. I'm gonna have to respond to these later, but I see there's been some very generous people.
Oh, thank you.
We're gonna put that towards doing more cool stuff like this in the future. Jay, let's have some final words. We've been live streaming for 105 minutes on this.
For 12.6 kilometers or more. Up and over the hill,
And you know what?
through the woods.
We're happy to share it.
Grandmother's house. We did not go. Thank you for watching. It's been really fun to come over here on Oliver's channel. You can watch the beginning of the stream on mine. You can finish it over here if you didn't get to see the whole thing. Make sure you go check out Oliver's podcast, subscribe. share it with your friends, rate it on iTunes. Make sure that you do whatever it is that you do to a podcast to help it succeed. And then you can go to patreon.com/the Earful Tower and subscribe there. Become a member of his Patreon, and like that you'll get some cool bonuses. You'll get to avoid the awkward comments, and you'll get to live with the satisfaction knowing you're supporting this guy, doing what he loves, and providing things for you that you love.
That's very kind. And Jay, when you were walking ahead of me, I said to do the same thing. I'm going to repeat it briefly here. Jay Swanson, YouTuber, also on Patreon, got a new book coming out. Find him on Kickstarter. Go and do all these things. We were happy to give 3 hours to you. Feel free to explore the rest of the work that we've done. For now, we're having a beer.
Yeah, 100%. That was terrible. Yeah, that did kind of hurt.
All right, guys.
Worth it.
We're off. Thank you very much.
Adios, muchachos.